my slips, my falls, my trials and tribulations, my heart, my balls, my somebody stop me, somebody come and get me. Little did I know that the Lord was riding with me. The dark, the light, my heart, the fight, the wrong, the right is gone.
Hey, what's going on out there, YouTube family? This is Samuel Leggett representing Team JVS. I'm back here again for another review. This is for a film that I have actually been one of my most anticipated foreign films this year, and it's got a lot of critical acclaim, and the director slash writer has got some of my favorite films, foreign films, like all honesty, ever. The acclaimed Snowpiercer that came out in 2013, Aksa that came out in 2017, Mother, he did the screenplay for that. One of the favorite movies, honestly, The Host. I love that. I really did love that. And I'm talking about the director, Bong, joon-ho. Now, I probably will get some of the names wrong and the enunciations wrong, so I apologize that ahead of time. One of the biggest stars that he normally casts in most of his films is Kang Ho-sung. Now, Kang Ho-sung has been in a lot of interesting films as well. All of those I've listed, movies like Thirst, and a lot of notable others like The Interview. And he is a very good actor. He's technically a vet in my personal opinion, but he is the father of this movie. And I'm gonna go through the synopsis for you. All unemployed, Kai Tak and his family take a... You know what? I'm not even gonna do that. You need to watch this the way that I watched it. I was gonna read the synopsis, but what I'll do instead of that is I'll talk about the surrounding themes of the film. Now, as far as the cinematography, as far as iconography, and a lot of the things that they do is just kind of laying the groundwork for the atmosphere around these people. So in the beginning of the movie, you have, this man and his family, but it starts off really surrounding the son. The son has got this, his son's name is Kim. Kim has this friend that basically is in a really good state. He's about to go study abroad. He's teaching and tutoring, and at the same time he's on a collegiate level, on the college level. And unfortunately, the son of the family, he is not. He is very smart. He has all the brilliance to be there, but he just cannot afford it. But the weird thing about it is that him and his family, they're very much so at ease. They make it work, even though they don't have any kind of money. They just are maneuvering, and they're just kind of in this underground kind of space. And just one day, all of a sudden, he was like, "I need you to go and do something." And from that point, that's where the movie kind of maneuvers. But one of the things I'll say about the way that, even though they lived in this kind of dark, basically basement, it was always vibrant. The colors, the lighting, it popped. The cinematography, the different sections of where they live. There's this toilet. It's literally on this mount, and you have to literally get up just to even get to the toilet, and you kind of hunched over like that. Moments like that, or when they're just kind of eating together, and they really don't have anything much to eat, but it doesn't feel like that. The way that they shot the film and the way they just kind of progressed through it, you just see the brightness come out of them, and it just is all right, I'm gonna make this work kind of thing, as far as a family, you can tell. But then things start to change, and I'm not gonna go into the story too much, but I'm gonna say that you find out that this family is very much so duplicitous, cunning, and on a genius level of the hustle, as it were. And I was kind of oh my gosh. And I think that they captured it so well with the certain moments or intersections of how the family goes interwoven into this other family. And it's kind of it was just step after step after step. And I think that the movie itself was paced very well as well, because when there were certain moments where I was kind of oh man, they're gonna mess this up, or this is gonna mess this up, they don't. And I think that they allow enough breathing room between each person's intersection, where you give every family member screen time, as much as the other family as well. And one of the biggest parts about this, as far as the storyline is concerned, without spoiling anything, is the process of the underclass and the upper class, and the way that they perceive each other, like as a whole, as the underclass, and the way the upper class perceives themselves. And then when they kind of fuse together and the lines become blurred, but they really don't. And the theme behind it is like, even though, you know, the underclass, his family, is doing all these certain things that bring them to the same level, the same playing field as the upper class, it still is not enough. The perception is still there. It's literally like it's almost in the air. And how wrong that is, and how much that like literally causes like an explosion on so many different levels. Not a physical one, but a metaphorical one and an emotional one, that in the third act, like, it really just, I don't even know how to really describe how the third act really just hit. And it hit hard. It hit really hard, because all the vibrance and the light and stuff in the beginning of the film, it just shattered. It just shatters in seconds, like with the raindrop. And I think that rain sequence was just so well shot that I was like, oh my gosh, like it was so heavy, and you just feel like you're just drenched in like all the messed up things that are kind of hitting this family all at once. But all around, like, things are just starting to happen, and it's just trickling. It's trickling down, and it's kind of like a time bomb just goes off. As far as the acting is concerned, everybody was on par. Everybody didn't miss a beat. Like, it was moments where it was very funny. It was moments that was very scary. But everybody pulled their weight. It wasn't anybody that had, like just stand out. Like, as a whole, I think they all pulled their weight. This film, in and of itself, could easily be nominated as the best foreign film this year. Matter of fact, it might be in the running for best film from an ensemble standpoint. I think Golden Globes should easily go and say this ensemble was magic, in my personal opinion. And I think if they were just directed well. Like, matter of fact, you're gonna ask yourself, like, what is the whole point of saying this is Parasite? And initially, you know, I was kind of like, I don't really know, because a Parasite is something that goes and buries into something and then just spreads. But that's not necessarily what happens in this one. It's more deeper than that. And the psychology behind what is happening to both families, I think, is even more impressive from a written standpoint than anything else. Because with the daughter, you know, she's an artist. With the son, he's smart. With the dad, you know, he leads very well. And at the same time, the mother, she works in tandem with all of them. But at a certain point in the film, they literally, every skill set that they have are put to the test, and you don't know where things are going to go. And matter of fact, this is a very rated R film. Like, there's violence here. There's sexual content, sexual suggestion. And, I mean, honestly, I mean, I'm not going to say it's like a horror film, but there are different moments that have horror themes in it. And I don't want to say too much because I don't want to spoil it for you. You're going to have to see it for yourself. Easily a 10 out of 10 for me. Like, it's one of the best films I've seen this year. And it hits home on a way that, kind of like The Joker, when it comes to classification of people and their perception of each other, and what, you know, an underclass or upper class will do to get their footing back. And it's like this ripple effect that happens that nobody takes into regard of the ramifications of what really happened. I know I'm saying this is so vague, but I want you to see the movie and then come back to this review and you'll understand everything that I'm trying to say. But again, hopefully go and check out Parasite. I really thought it was amazing. But keep it locked. JVS, we ain't gonna stop. Make sure you like, make sure you subscribe, make sure you hit the bell button. Leave in the comment section below what was your favorite moment in the film. Please be careful with spoilers, please. Alright? Have a good one, guys. Peace.